Hello YouTube subscribers, hello Instagram followers, and hello Facebook. This is your Michigan fan, Harry Bryant, with a special report. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I did not expect this to happen, man. This is good, colossal. This is huge. And not in the good way. Or it could be in the good way. It's just been confirmed that the head coach of Michigan, Sherrone Moore, is no longer the head coach at the University of Michigan due to inappropriate relationship with a Michigan staffer. According to ESPN.com, they said on here, I quote, Michigan has fired Coach Sherrone Moore after an investigation that found credible evidence that he was engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and U of M maintains zero tolerance for such behavior, Athletic Director Ward Manuel said in the statement Wednesday. Biff Poggi is named interim coach. Michigan went 9-3 this season and finished 18th in the college football playoff rankings. Overall, Moore went 18-8 as the team's coach after replacing Jim Harbaugh. Am I living in the twilight zone right now? Is this real? Because the way the news just came out, it was just so fast. I was not prepared for this at all. Now, here's the thing, I look at it like this. Not only is we without our head coach now this gonna put another negative spotlight on the program. Even after this whole sign stealing thing has concluded, now a new snake just reared its ugly head. With Sherrone Moore dealing with a Michigan staffer and having an inappropriate relationship. Come on, Coach Moore, let me ask you a question, man. Didn't you learn from Mel Tucker how he lost his job at Michigan State? Why you thought that was a good idea for you to have inappropriate relations with a Michigan staffer? And dude, you was making millions of dollars being the head coach. And now because of some weird situation that you thought was the right decision, for you to have an appropriate relationship with a Michigan staffer, you threw your whole entire job away. But come on, you didn't see that was right? Or you might have thought that they weren't going to find out about it. And from what I heard on some of these podcasts, that this relationship been going on from 2018 all the way to now. Coach, your personal decision not only harmed you, but it harmed the university's reputation, man. I really thought Michigan being the negative spotlight is over with. And now this came up, and now, guess what? Thanks to you, Coach. Now the negative spotlight is going to be once again on the program because of you. So again, what made you think that was a good idea for you to be involved with a Michigan staffer? And you thought you weren't going to get caught? Huh? Come on, Coach. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I'm worried about now. We don't have a head coach. But that could be a good thing, though. Because most Michigan fans, believe it or not, thought that Coach Sherrone Moore is not experienced enough to lead this program to being national championship contenders. This could be a good thing, but this could be a bad thing too, because how many assistant coaches gonna wind up leaving because of Sherrone Moore's firing? So you gotta think about the coaches that might end up leaving. Then you gotta think about the players. They might end up jumping into the portal because of it. This could do more harm than good. What Coach Sherrone Moore did was selfish and careless because it hurt the team. So now the question remains, how is this going to greatly affect the Michigan program? Because, like I said again, most of these head coaches that's on the current Michigan staff, Sherrone Moore handpicked them. He handpicked Rink Martindale. He handpicked most of these coaches, if not all of them. And now since he's gone, there's no tell. Some other schools might end up calling these coaches and say, we know about the situation at the University of Michigan, so would you consider, with a higher pay, would you consider going to us or going to another program? And now some of our coaches can be poached. And our players as well. You might have some fresh commits that just committed. But because of what happened, they might have a change of heart, and now they might want to decommit because the head coach is fired. This is bad. Well, I thought our football program is finally getting out of this negative spotlight. Sherrone Moore just put us into another dark tunnel because of something that he did on the personal level. I don't blame the AD Ward Manuel for the decision he made, because even Ward Manuel has a boss. And guess who his boss? It's not the president of Michigan, because we don't have a president right now at the University of Michigan. You want to know who Ward Manuel's bosses are? The Board of Regents. Ward Manuel had a job to do. He saw what Coach Sherrone Moore did was inappropriate, and he had to pull the trigger. Like, this is not going to happen at our university. And so he had to make that decision. You gotta go, bro. We appreciate all the years you put into this program, and you teaming up with Jim Harbaugh, and y'all helped deliver Michigan that national championship. But what you just did, bro, it's not good for anyone involved. It's not good for the program. It's not good for the fans, because now the fans got to hear from our rivals about what Sherrone Moore did, and rightfully so. And it hurted you because now you're without a job. And not saying that you won't get another job. But, well, yes, you will. Well, no, because Sherrone Moore is under a show cause because of this whole sign stealing investigation. So, I just thought about that. He's not going to be able to get a job anytime soon in the world of college football. So, what's Sherrone Moore going to do? Because he can't go to another university and look for a job? Hell, I don't even know if he can go to an HBCU and get a job. But I know in college, I know he can't get a job. Hopefully, Jim Harbaugh will show some mercy on him and just hire him with the LA Chargers. Give him something to do, so he won't be totally unemployed. But this could be a good thing for Michigan too, because now we can get a real coach. Now we can get somebody, and then listen, it's not gonna be easy, because most of these coaches went to these other schools. This could be a bad time to lose our head coach, but this could be a good time, because now, if Michigan can somehow pull off a big, huge hire to come coach at the University of Michigan, Somebody like a Dusty May in basketball. If we can hire a Dusty May type of coach to coach our football, bro, that would be an early Christmas present for the Michigan fans. But this could be disastrous as well. So we have to wait and see how all this is going to play out. Because right now, man, this hit me. I was like, what? I called the TV and I was like, ESPN, like, Coach Sherrone Moore has been terminated from employment at University. I'm like, what? Wait. So I had to look on my phone, look on social media, you know. Then I had to go and scroll on ESPN.com, then SI.com, and I had to go to these different platforms to see if this real. Because sometimes when they post stuff on Facebook, you don't believe it. You know, most of that stuff is clickbait. Most of that stuff is rumors, lies, you know, just to generate engagement. But this is real, folks. Coach Sherrone Moore is no longer the head coach at the University of Michigan. Big headlines. This was supposed to be the time where our basketball shines. With Dusty May and how well of a job he's doing with our men's basketball, and so well as the women's basketball program at the University of Michigan. How well they're doing. This is supposed to be a time that Michigan like, okay, in football, it is what it is. We gonna get ready for next year. But we'll focus on our basketball. And now this came up. And now we're back focused on football. For the wrong reasons. Well, y'all, as Michigan fans, I can say y'all better pray. Y'all better do whatever y'all got to do and pray and hope Michigan get this hire right. Because if this is a botch hire, this is going to hurt us for years. It's going to hurt us for years. And I'm talking about the players that just committed. They might end up decommitting. I hope that don't happen. But we're going to see how this thing works out. I hope it works out for the better. If it doesn't, then there's nobody to blame but Coach Sherrone Moore for this whole crap. I'm a Michigan fan to the day I take my last breath or to the day God calls me home to glory. But this does not look good at all. This is another Mel Tucker situation. Except he didn't make the phone calls to a stripper. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video. I had to make this special video. So yeah, this is not good. I hope everything works out with this whole situation. I hope Michigan can bounce back and get a bona fide head coach. This probably could be a blessing in disguise because it seems like to me that as much as I like Coach Sherrone Moore, but it's like his inexperience is kind of, preventing the team from really doing what they need to do. And so now hopefully we can get a bona fide coach that can hire, where pieces needed and help Michigan to make it to another national championship run. But until then, y'all, go blue. Hail to the victors. See you next time, y'all. Peace.